New conversation. Let's talk, think about it. Let's get it together. Together we can do it. Oh, out of the box. Think out of the box. Out of the box. Out of the box. Out of the box. Think out of the box. Out of the box. Out of the box.
What up, family? Welcome to the Out of the Box podcast. This is season 3, episode 13, and I am your host, J Got Soul. So today we're going to talk about Tech and C, but we'll talk about that in a second. But this show is sponsored by Urban Financial Literacy. Urban Financial Literacy specializes in building, protecting, preserving your wealth. So if you or your family need life insurance, retirement planning, mortgage protection, or trust and estate planning, reach out to urbanfinancialliteracy.com to book a consultation. Also, be sure to visit our new website at jgotsoul.com to check out what we have to offer. Our website is an extension of my company, J Got Soul Studio, which is the home to the Black Money Matters Act Like It brand. I developed J Got Soul Studio to be a digital space where creativity is the vehicle to bring awareness to nuanced issues through media, merchandise, and community. We teamed up with like-minded professionals like Urban Financial Literacy and the Next Generation Group to help bridge the gap in our communities in terms of knowledge of wealth-building vehicles that will allow us to live a more comfortable lifestyle. So be sure to visit jgotsoul.com to book a free consultation if you would like to learn more. Special thank you to those of you that are listening, and I would like to ask you all to share this broadcast so we can reach as many people as possible. But before we get on with the show, let's have a word of prayer. Dear God, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for allowing myself and my guests to get here safely. God, we just ask that whatever we're talking about here today can help somebody on their journey, and we just ask you to keep us covered and protected. We just want to make sure that we do all things in your name, and we want to make sure that everything we do is to glorify you. So keep us protected, keep us covered. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
So today, this show is for those of you who may be in between jobs or looking for a flexible career field. Today, let's talk about how to break into the tech industry. So I invited my good friend to the studio. She's back, y'all, because this is not the first time she hit the studio. All right, so her name is Juuna'e Dai're, and I got it right this time. And she's a spoken word artist, apologist, author, and an SDR in the tech industry. So we're going to discuss her journey of breaking into tech. So Out of the Box family, help me welcome our guest, Juuna'e Dai're.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Yes. All right. So, Juuna'e, it's time that you reintroduce yourself to the audience. So tell them a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so you already mentioned some things. So I'm an author, spoken word artist, apologist, and SDR. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just somebody out here that lives a simple life, but it's also really complex as well. Like, I'm the type of person that likes to stay home and just kind of chill with family and friends with some good food and some good wine. But I also, have a big heart and I have a really curious mind. So I always find myself in places that are, either speaking up, for somebody or trying to understand things, like especially within spirituality. And I'm just like a huge advocate for people like just doing well, being successful, whether that's spiritually, now financially. So yeah, I mean, that kind of sums me up, basically.
Okay. So why did you get into tech?
I broke into tech because I saw like an opportunity that was way too good to be true, like standing in front of me. A friend of mine named Cyrus, he actually we knew each other in the ministry space, like spoken word. But he started creating content where he was, he had broken into the tech industry, and I didn't know anything about it. And so I was just like, okay, like, well, I know him, and I'm seeing that this is what he's doing. And so, but seeing all the things that it was doing for him, like, I saw him experiencing financial freedom. Like, I saw him he was just so free, and he was helping so many people, with the content he was creating. And I was just like, man, like, I've seen him helping people in ministry, but I haven't seen this side. And so I was just like, okay, I was actually in between trying to figure out, like, making a career change, because I had got my master's degree in clinical psychology to be a marriage and family therapist. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Right. So I was like, I was actually in a place of looking for just something to do, like, with the rest of my life, like a career change. And so when I was seeing his content, and I was just like, wait, so he's working fully remote, working from home. He's making bank. And he's saying that you can do this in like a few weeks to a few months. I was like, okay, this is too good to be true. Like, but I knew him personally. So that added to the credibility, which piqued my interest. And so I was like, I want to experience financial freedom, like, like, I want to do something that I actually enjoy and can work from home. So all those things made it attractive, and so that's why I initially made that decision to break into tech.
Okay, let's talk about the process. So before you broke into tech, what was work like, and what was your life like at that time?
Before I broke into tech? Okay. Okay, that was actually a really dark time for me, for a lot of other personal reasons, finances being one of them. But I had recently stopped working in the field that I got my degree in, like as a marriage and family therapist, and I was actually helping my family's food truck business. And so I was doing that, and then there's a whole story with that, but I stopped doing that. And I was trying to figure out, like, okay, am I going to go back into, like, being an MFT, marriage and family therapist, or, like, what am I going to do? So I was just trying to figure it out. Like, I just needed to figure it out. So I was like, that put me in a serious depression, because, and of course, because of a lot of other things. That this ain't the time or the place to talk about that. But financially, though, like, finances can really it could put you in a depression.
Like, adds to the problem.
Exactly. It's like, my life's already hard. Like, I can't be broke and have a hard life. Like, so I was just like, okay, I need to figure something out. And it was making me more depressed, thinking I might have to go back into therapy. I was like, I don't want to do that, but what else am I gonna do?
Right.
Like, so yeah, that's what my life was looking like right before I came across just the tech industry.
Okay, so walk us through how you broke into tech.
Okay, so once I came across the information, for one, I did my research, because even though I trusted Cyrus and I knew him personally, I was like, well, I still need to understand this for myself, So I did research, and he brought up, like, Course Careers. He brought up another boot camp called Careerist, and I was just like, okay, let me look into these. So I looked into Course Careers, and then I was like, okay, I guess all you gotta do is sign up, you pay the money, and that's just how you get started. The course teaches you, like, everything that you need to know about whatever it is that you signed up for, because there's different, I guess, jobs you can do within the tech industry, but yeah, it teaches you everything you need to know. It helps you with your resume, getting your LinkedIn set up, just the roadmap to how to land a position if you are starting from scratch, like, no previous experience, no degree, no anything, like, and they will get you there. So that's what I did. I did the course, and it took me like a few weeks to finish the course, and then like a few months later I landed a position.
So what kind of research did you do? Like, what did you find in your research?
It wasn't that deep. It was research, but it wasn't that deep, because it was really, like, I feel like people are going to do research based off of, like, what their actual questions or doubts or fears are.
Okay.
And for me, I was like, I I haven't done these myself, but I have a lot of friends who have done different, like, what do you call it? Like, kind of like get rich quick schemes.
Yeah.
You know,
pyramid
scheme.
thing.
Yeah, and so I was just like, is that what this is? Like, that was my main concern. I was like, when it comes to the tech industry and breaking into, you know, or starting a career in tech sales or whichever, I was like, is this like those? You know, like, so I did research pertaining to my specific questions that bothered me about what I've seen people get into. And so a couple of things. Salary. I'm like, am I on salary? Is this like a job, or is this like I only get paid when I make a sale? You know, is this just commission? Like, I wanted to know, you know, like, is this a job that I can like apply for? Like, I'm going on LinkedIn or Indeed, and I'm seeing a whole bunch of tech companies like with job descriptions just like everybody else, like, or job postings, I should say. So I was just like, okay. And then I, you know, of course, you just go down a, what do you call it, a rabbit hole or trail or whatever on Google and YouTube. Like, I was watching every little testimony I could. And then, of course, including Cyrus. Like, that was what did it for me. Sometimes I think it can be like it's who you know. Sometimes that can make you just feel more comfortable about taking a step. Yeah. Because you trust them. So, yeah, that's what I did.
Okay. All right, y'all. So we're going to take our first break. Yeah. This song is titled Joy Comes in the Morning by La Speaks. So we'll be right back. Y'all stay tuned.
Wake the fuck up! Wake the fuck up this morning!
Tuned in to the Out of the Box podcast, season 3, episode 13. Today we are in studio with Juuna'e Dai're, and we are discussing her journey of breaking into tech. All right, so Juuna'e, so what has changed since you broke into the tech industry for you?
A lot. I would say, of course, the obvious, like, breaking into tech literally just means you get a job within the tech industry. And because the tech industry pays really well, like these tech companies pay you a high amount, even if it's an entry level position. So yeah, the obvious is just my finances. Like, I can live on my own, like, without any stress, pay my rent with ease. I was able to buy a new car. Yeah, it's so pretty. Like, it's nice. And it's a 2022, you know. And so yeah, like, paying my car note, or being able to just be there for other people as well. Like, if it's my niece's birthday, or like with my sister or whoever, it's like I can be like, okay, like, I'm bringing all the drinks, like, I'm, you know. And it's not that you're flexing, it's just like, I'm actually happy that I can do this, and it's not hurting me. I can genuinely contribute in a way that everybody can benefit from this and enjoy it, and you actually have the means to do it, and it's not breaking your pockets. Like, that's what's changed for me, because I'm used to being like, okay, we gonna have to spread this one bottle of wine real thin, because like, that's all I'm bringing. So yeah. And then apart from finances, I think my growth, I guess just like in business, like, I feel like a real adult now, you know.
What's the difference?
Because like, I've always been able to help people, like, with, I mean, I guess just the things that you have experience in. It's like, okay, ministry, I can help people defend their faith, answer difficult questions about, you know, why they believe what they believe. Or with the therapy background, it's like, okay, I can help people to maybe think of ways to, I don't know, deal with their depression or anxiety, or figure out their situations in life, like, you know. But that's their personal life. But I've never felt confident to be able to, like, help somebody business wise.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah. The
Like,
difference between emotional and, like, just real life, like life skills and life. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. So just being able to help people with their finances, like, that's different. I've never done that. So that's something that's changed. Like, yeah, how I'm impacting other people. This is a way different way than what I'm used to. So
yeah, I think that's important, especially now because of everything that's happened. I mean, given COVID, right, it changed a lot for everybody. So now there are far more jobs that you can do from wherever you are.
Right.
But just like being able to be self-sustainable, you know, and finding a job that is going to sustain you. Because, I mean, there's a lot of jobs out here that don't pay you enough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You're not getting paid. I mean, you were working a couple of them prior to,
yeah,
you know, doing this.
Living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Literally. Like,
so, yeah. No, that's good. Okay, so what attracted you most to this industry?
Sounds shallow, but the money. The money attracted me, but also I think it was like, and I hope I say this correctly, I think it's the easiness of getting started and growing. Like, because, and the reason why I said that or prefaced it like that is because I don't want to make it seem like, oh, you get a job in tech, it's just easy. You know, it's like, no, you got to work, like, you got to perform, you got a quota, you know. It's like, you want to do well. So yeah, it's not easy. It's just that the fact that there's so many tech companies that are looking to hire you, and like, there's a huge need, and not just is there a need, but there's so many. I mean, technology is like constantly popping up, new technology, you know, to everybody got an idea. And, you know, once they get the proper funding and whatever they got to do to get started, it's like, now they need, honestly, SDRs. Like, sales is like the front lines of every business, because they're the ones bringing in the money, you know what I mean? And so yeah, like, well, yeah, I guess I can cut it there.
I'm thinking of Black Wall Street of the digital age, right? Like, that's my goal, is to build Black Wall Street of the digital age. And it's like interesting how there's so far more tech jobs now, which gives you the financial freedom to build a sustainable life. But it's also just like technology based, so then you learn new skills. Like, what kind of skills would you say you've learned in the time that you've been working in this field?
I learned, if I had to break it up into like two things, like strategy that I never knew about. Strategy when it comes to like how to actually reach out to other people and to sell a product.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because every single business, that's the point. You know, you want your business to be on people's minds. It's like, how do you go about doing that? How do you bring in sales? You know, like how? It's like, so learning the strategy, like, because I mean, I have a book, you know, like I've done things where I'm like, okay, I made t-shirts. I don't know what to do. I'm just like, post it on Instagram, I guess, like, make a quick little video, I guess. Like, I didn't know how to reach the masses. And so yeah, breaking into two, the strategy, but then also the software. Like, there's a lot of us out here, I'm gonna just say this, there's a lot of us out here working way harder than we need to, because there's softwares and programs or whatever that you can literally use, that a lot of these businesses out here are using for their sales teams or whatever to build their businesses, and it's making life way easier. You know, like, so in a sense of the footwork, you know, that you have to do, like the energy, like where you're putting your time and energy in, like sending out emails or making phone calls, going door to door, whatever you're doing. It's like they got softwares out here that can get that done for you, because there's automation, you know, where emails can get sent out automatically. It's like helping you hold all your information, like all the contacts and customers you're reaching out to. Like, it's just so much software out here that I'm like, so this is how these businesses are doing this. This is why they're so successful. So yeah, I would say strategy and software.
Once you get in, you learn.
So
You
I'm
know,
just
it's
like,
once you get in, you learn all the tricks and
all the cheat codes, literally.
Yeah.
So
nah, that's dope. Okay, so how long does it take to like get started? Like, yeah, how long does it take to get started?
With breaking into tech, it can be, I would say like 3 months. Like, we usually say like 3 weeks to 3 months, because when it comes to getting started, there's like, I guess, steps to it. It's like you want to take the course, right? Whichever course you choose, with that Course Careers offers. It's like you take the course, and Course Careers is the name of the company that is offering these online courses. And so yeah, you take the course, and then you can finish the course. It's a self-paced course. So, and it's online, so you can finish it within like 3 weeks to 3 months. Like, it depends on the pace that you're moving at. But then after you do that, once you finish the course, like within the course though, they help you with like your resume, with getting your LinkedIn set up. I know I said that earlier, but by the time you do that, and then you start applying to jobs and having interviews with different companies, however many that turns out to be, by the time you land a position, I think an average that I've seen is about like 3 months.
Okay.
And that's a person that's like, this is what they're working on, not someone that's like, kind of like what I did. Like, I finished the course within like 3 weeks, and then I was like, well, I'm not about to job search. I'm in Texas on vacation. Like, I took months off chilling. You know what I mean? Like, but a person that's actively working towards it, I would say like 3 months at the max.
Okay.
Or on average, I should say.
Okay. All right, y'all. So with that said, we're going to take our second break. Next song is titled Take a Trip by Anthony Gray.
Hey, take a trip. Take a trip. Hey. I would like to welcome all of you to my party. I got the juice. And I got a Super Bowl, baby, no Bentley party. No Bentley party. Nigga been going through the motion, but a nigga still in motion. Life ain't been no crazy, but a nigga cruise control. How would you like to take? How would you like to take? How would you like to take? Trip. Energy, baby, I'm a rebel. Rebel against the system, I'm a rebel. I'm so certain, I'm so worth it, but so worthless. I'm under the seat like a sea urchin. Damn, I get deep in it, like a dope, I keep spinning. Life stories, keep spinning. Yeah. Most high, touch my mind before you destroy the planet. Ay, the bar's back, and it's back. Damn, no need to panic. Ay, how would you like to take? How would you like to take? How would you like to take? Trip. I'm so tired of people in my face. I lay on my back, close my eyes, drip to another place. yeah. Love my Ruko, yeah. I can take it real far. Play with the planets and stars, planets and stars. I would like to introduce you to my astral body, to my astral body, to my astral body. How would you like to take? How would you like to take? How would you like to take? Open up your mind, let me get you open. You're free to dream under my hypnosis, yeah. Under my hypnosis, under my hypnosis, under my hypnosis, under my hypnosis.
You are tuned in to the Out of the Box podcast, season 3, episode 13. In case you're just joining us, we are in studio with Juuna'e Dai're, and we are discussing her journey of breaking into tech. All right, so now let's talk about some money. All right, so what's the income like? Like, give us a snapshot of how things change from a financial standpoint once you moved over into the tech industry.
Okay. Well, the money is nice. I'll say that. But yeah, like, and I don't know if I got specific about this earlier, but there's different jobs like within the tech industry, and I'm only bringing that up because different jobs or fields, I guess, like have an average starting salary, like is different depending on what you sign up for or what you get into. So I would specifically be speaking on tech sales, so technology sales. And so the average starting salary, like for an entry level position, like, and it's just funny because I don't think people know what I mean when I say entry level. Like entry level, like you have no degree, you have no experience, you've never done this job before. Like average starting salary for that person is around $60K a year. And don't quote me on this, but I think like the average like salary for like the common person in America, and I feel like I've read this somewhere, but I think it's around like maybe 40.
Yeah,
something like that, like $40,000.
And I think that's like anything below that is like below the poverty line. So
okay.
it's in line with that.
Yeah, and so the fact that you can literally break into this industry like and get an entry level position with an average starting salary of $60K like is crazy. Like that blew my mind. Like, and it's funny because I literally experienced it. It's like I did the course, I finished the course, start applying to jobs, did some interviews, and a company wanted to hire me, a tech company, and they offered me $75K a year. I was like, what? Right. It's like you hear it, but you're like, okay, this is actually happening now, and so, and when I got like people that I know where they was making more, they got offered more than I did. It's like a friend of mine, she got offered, I believe, like 80, coming from a background with just no experience. Like, it's like she did the course and she was able to get in and get a job. Yeah, landed a position with a company making $80K. So yeah, the money is nice and it is salary. You are on salary. Like, it's not just commission. So if I did like a quick breakdown of that, it's like you get 2 checks a month that are salary. So you get paid just for working there. Okay. But then also you get a 3rd check in the month, and that check is your OTE, like your on target earnings. Okay. And also a commission check. So that 3rd check will be like your OTE, which is basically quota, hitting quota. Okay. And whatever percentage of quota you hit, like you get paid that. So it's not like you have to hit quota to get the 3rd check, like but also commission, like if you exceed your quota, you get paid for that. Or if a deal closes, you get paid for that. And that happened to me a few months ago, and I was like, I ain't never made this much money in a month. It blew my mind. So, but yeah, the money's nice. So.
I think that's when you hit me up, was like, I'm making a lot of money and I need to sit down and talk about it because I'm spending like crazy.
I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. Like, so.
Okay, so you kind of broke it down a little bit, but talking about the different types of jobs you can get, break that down. Like, what does the industry look like?
The ones that, I'm sure there's a lot more out there. The ones that I hear about all the time, and that I'm just more familiar with, would be, so let me start off with what I said I'm doing. I'm doing technology sales. That is a job that you can get within the tech industry. Then you can get into like digital marketing.
Okay.
You can get into, and this is the one I think most people think I'm talking about when I say I work in tech, which is IT.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people be like, "Oh, you do tech?" Like, oh, "Okay, yeah, I know an IT guy."
Like the people that fix your computer or fix something.
Right.
Else.
I'm like, I don't know how to fix no computer. Like, and I'm not about to. Like, that's boring. But, and I don't even know what their job entails fully. But yeah, it's like IT, digital marketing, UI UX design. That's one of the courses that Course Careers just dropped recently, which I'm actually probably about to do. So I'm just trying to broaden my skills. And then also you can be like a sales engineer. Like there's a lot of different jobs, and they all have like a different starting salary. I think the highest paying would probably be like a sales engineer. They're making bank, but it also costs more. Like Course Careers doesn't offer sales engineer you know, a course for that, but Careerist does. But I'm not too familiar with them. I know like Cyrus promotes them a lot, so that's the only reason why I'm even bringing them up, or else I wouldn't. So I know they're credible. But Course Careers, they offer all those, like tech sales, IT, digital marketing, UI UX design. Yeah, and then the next top two would be like tech sales and UI UX design.
Okay. So if somebody were to do, I don't know what the name of it is, because that tech stuff it's a whole new language. But if they were to do the other one and they went through Course Careers, they have to do like another class to be certified in that one.
Yes. So each course prepares you for that job.
Okay.
So if somebody does like the digital marketing course or the UI UX design course, like I can't help them. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, they can still use my discount code to get $50 off of the course, but I can't help them in a sense of, because I offer like coaching and stuff like that in my consultations. But yeah, it's a whole different job, different material. Like, I know tech sales.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So what skills did you kind of, I think I talked about this before, skills you picked up doing this. We had that conversation.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Let me not ask that. So what is a day in the life of like a SDR? What does that look like?
A day in the life, well, because it's fully remote and I work from home, I'm either working from like a variety of places, from anywhere, honestly. So whether it's my kitchen table, my couch, my bed, which is not the greatest idea, because you will fall back asleep and take naps and not be as effective. But I've worked like by the poolside, like I've worked from other people's houses, like anyways. But no, a day in the life would be, my shift is like from 8 in the morning to about like 4. So that's kind of typical, like 8 to 4. And then yeah, like I wake up, make my coffee, open up my laptop, and maybe I'm checking emails. I might have a team meeting where you hop on Zoom with your team members, and I don't know, y'all talk about whatever. And then, you know, you're either sending out emails or making phone calls. Yeah. And of course, add in, like, because you're at home, like random little things like, I'm about to run a Starbucks real quick, you know, or I'm about to go work out at the gym and then come back, you know, or, you know, so that's really what it is. Like, by the time you know it, like, you kind of schedule out your own day, and then, you know, you off around 4. So
okay.
Yeah.
So now what is Tech and C?
Tech and C.
Tech and C. What is Tech and C?
So Tech and C is the name of my brand. Something that I started because, you know, we mentioned way earlier at the beginning of this that I'm a spoken word artist, so like I'm good with the wordplay, you know. So so anyway, yeah, like I broke into tech and I wanted people to see that this was something that was helpful.
Okay.
You know, like me wanting to tell other people about it is what kind of made the name, is how I thought of the name, you know, but also because where the wordplay comes in is, what's it called? Just being a Christian and like just thinking of Bible verses, you know, it's like, okay, taste and see that the Lord is good. And so I was just like, oh, taste and see. I was like, oh, tech and see that this industry is good.
That's
like,
such a Juuna'e thing to do.
But it was fire to me. But I was like, I can't, that's like the full thing, like tech and see that this industry is good. Like that's where I'm pulling it from. But tech and see is just, you know, I kept it like that for short. Did my logo of like an eyeball, and I put the lashes on it because I'm a female. And I love my lashes. And yeah, like what I do with this is I offer coaching calls, like consultations, to help people. Yeah, like show them the roadmap if they just have questions from the beginning, like about all the questions we've been talking about in here, like what's the income look like, how do I get started, whatever. It's like they can book a call with me. We hop on one-on-one and we talk about it. I answer any questions, address any doubts or fears they might be having. But then I also offer coaching or resume help, LinkedIn tips. Like I've edited people's resumes, you know, and I get paid for that, you know. So that's what Tech and C is. It's like I'm just trying to introduce people to the tech industry and like just helping them see that this is like a good move or career path. So
yeah, that's dope. Okay, so what do you see Tech and C becoming? Like what's the goal? What do you want it to become?
I want to keep doing what I'm doing, but I think where I would want to kind of expand to, which this was actually a plan of mine like months ago, and I feel like I think I was moving too fast.
Okay.
But I want to have like a membership site.
Okay.
And I think right now I'm like building my community, like just networking, connecting with different people, like building that trust, like letting more time pass so people could see like, dang, she's really in this industry. Like she knows what she's talking about. I've had like 3 coaching calls with her already, like, you know, and then they land a position and they're just like, yeah, like I'll rock with her. Like, you know, like the trust needs to be there first.
Yeah.
And then I can create like a membership site where, you know, like people, I can create content. I didn't bring that up earlier, but I'm also a content creator. You know, creating content surrounding all the different things I said I do. But, you know, like I want to create content for people at different levels, you know, from breaking into tech to they landed a position, they're working in tech, but now they need help on what path should I take? Should I become an account executive? Should I, like, how do I grow? How do I better my skills? How do I handle my finances? You know, that's where you come in.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do I navigate in this industry? Like, and I want to be able to create a membership site called Tech and C for everybody, you know, to be able to like log into, and they have a community that they trust and they know that they'll get value, you know, no matter what level or stage they are within this journey. So
yeah, no, that's dope. I think I think that's the main goal. Like, you know, when you create a brand, like you gotta be looking towards that value in the community. Like you do well on the social media platforms, like you get a lot of engagement. I'd be like, okay, people actually respond to her post, you know. So, you know, building that community is definitely going to build that trust. So, okay, so with that being said, we're going to take our final break. This next song is titled Blessed by La Speaks. So we're going to listen to Blessed by La Speaks, featuring Mikey. Stay tuned.
Turn me up. Yeah. Look, it's Mikey. After the bag like a full court press. I'm so hopeful when I'm sad, when I remember that I'm blessed. I got a whole lot of pain, I'm trying to get up off my chest. Life can make me anxious, I pray God relieve my stress. Life is too short, so I'm trying to make a killing, yeah. Cause there's kids and young adults that's out here trying to kill themselves. So I gotta get up even when I am not feeling well. I gotta bring hope even when I don't believe in myself. I'm finna snap till nothing's left. Look, I'm just trying to make shit that I add value to niggas. I've been going through it, finna pierce through on these niggas. Pain, pressure, boys, finna pull up on these niggas. Ain't playing with you boys, grown woman on these niggas, huh? And your feelings, huh? Yeah, me too, I'm trying to get out like that movie, though. I'm trying to dance like David through this depression, no. Steady stressing wild, gotta be steady blessing, ain't no question, no. Steady stressing wild, gotta be steady blessing, ain't no question, no. Steady stressing wild, gotta be steady blessing, ain't no question, no. Yeah, Steady stressing wild, got me steady blessing, ain't no question. Yeah, ay, steady stressing wild, got me steady blessing, ain't no question.
Yeah, I just wanna make shit that inspire my niggas. Though I'm going through shit, I can fly on these niggas. Steady shining light to set fire to niggas. I'm righteous, too divine, I'm too fine to waste time, waste mine on niggas. Yeah, leaving all that trauma in the past. I'm only pushing peace, give me that, I'm hitting gas. Misused by energy, promise that'll be your last. Nothing promised today. Won't catch me keeping company, lacking in faith, keeping my sanity straight. And when the devil tried, put the enemy back in his place, anointing on my body with a prayer tucked in the safe. Take that to the bank, but please keep your deposit, it's lacking in change. Can't mess with nobody that's stuck in their ways. Ain't finna stress me wild, got me steady blessing, ain't no question, no. Yeah, ain't finna stress me wild, got me steady blessing, ain't no question, oh yeah. Ain't finna stress me wild, got me steady blessing, ain't no question, oh yeah. Ain't finna stress me wild, got me steady blessing, ain't no question. Ain't finna stress me wild, got me steady blessing, ain't no question, oh yeah.
We gon' pray every time it's something away, releasing all my fear through my faith. God got me so you know I'll be okay.
Got me so I know I'll be okay.
You are tuned into the Out of the Box podcast, season 3, episode 13, Tech and C. We are in studio with Juuna'e Dai're. All right. So Juuna'e, what kind of adversity have you had to experience with breaking into tech?
What kind of adversity? Can you clarify a little more?
Yeah. So like, have you had any just kind of like hiccups along the way, whether that's with a job experience or, you know, in the training? Has there been any hiccups that you had to overcome?
Yeah, I would say, yeah. Okay.
There we go.
I was like,
waiting on it.
Let me think of one. Okay, imposter syndrome. Imposter
Elaborate,
syndrome.
please.
Okay, so we know what an imposter is.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody that's trying to be somebody else, impersonate somebody else. It's like, that's what you feel like. It's like when you don't come from a place where you either have ever made this kind of money or been in a kind of like in a professional setting, you know, and it's like once you actually are there and people are not looking at you crazy and they really like, they acted normal, like, yeah, you work here, and you're like, because you almost feel like, because think about how a real imposter feels when they got on like a hat, they trying to like disguise themselves as somebody else. They're paranoid, walking around thinking somebody's gonna realize, you know, someone's gonna eventually notice, like, I'm not the other person, or I'm not supposed to be here. And that's kind of how you feel. Like, and it's a mental battle, you know, it's emotional and mental, because you almost like don't think that you deserve to make that amount of money. Like, you don't think that you're qualified to be in a place where, you know, like you're having certain conversations. Like, you just honestly picture, like, this might, I hope this doesn't sound disrespectful, but I'm like, it's just my perception, but it's like, I thought this was for like older white males. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, working at a tech company and like just the job description, like what you have to do, like talking to people. I'm not thinking like Juuna'e could do that, you know, or people are gonna pay Juuna'e that. So I would say imposter syndrome, dealing with that and letting yourself know like it's okay, like you put in the work, you deserve to be here. You know, like you're doing a good job, because you know some people will sabotage something before they even become successful, because they feel like, I'ma just find something I know I'm good at before I end up getting fired or being told I'm not supposed to be here. Yeah. And I think that can really like stunt you, you know? So yeah, if I had to pick like what was the biggest thing, for sure it would be imposter syndrome. That's
real. That's super real. I mean, you know, because I could see how somebody who goes into this new field almost feel like this is not real, like this can't be real,
right?
And then it is, and it's like now you think you might be one of them white males, like in your mind, like
right. And you're trying to keep up this persona, or what? It's like, no, they hired you because you put in the work, the energy, the time, the effort. Like, you got educated, you did an interview. They could have said no then.
True.
Like, they hired you. Like, you're supposed to be here. Like, you deserve it like anybody else does. Like, your energy, your effort, putting your mind, putting your mind to it. Like, you can be successful. You can make big money. Like, it's possible. So.
Okay. So what advice would you give someone who is interested in taking this route? They're just like, you know what, everything I heard here today, I think I need to make a decision and move in a direction because I need a job. Like, what advice would you give to somebody like that?
My advice to that person would be, I would say, to not make a decision until you have peace about that decision. Like, it's okay to have questions, like, and to be skeptical. You know what I mean? Like, there's too many people out here on YouTube and all these videos where they're just like, sign up for XYZ and do this and do that, like trying to get you to make a decision, pressuring you to make a decision, and it's like, sometimes you fall for it and you're pressured into doing it, and then you be like, dang, that was a scam, or I should have thought about this before I did that, or so I would say, think of every doubt, fear, question, whatever that you have, and not just research it, but connect with somebody like me, or there's other people, like anyone that's already in the industry, and somebody that's going to basically not make you feel bad for having questions. You know what I mean? Someone who is willing to answer the questions that you have so that you can have peace about making that transition, because you don't want to just be like, oh, we're hearing that this girl that you don't know personally is doing it, so I'm gonna just sign up and do it. It's like, you can, but I would say book a consultation with me. Like, go on my YouTube channel, watch my videos, do research on just Google, like, have a peace of mind, like, make sure you're at peace with it before making a decision like this.
Okay. All right, so last question, what platforms can listeners find you on? How can they reach you? How can they book a consultation if they're like, yo, yeah, sign me up, let them know.
So yeah, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, and I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook too, but don't look for me on there. If you already follow me on there, that's fine, but don't look for me on there. But on Instagram, you can find me under Creolevin, which is CreoLeLuhvn. And on my YouTube channel, you'll find me under Tech and C, but you can also type in my first name. So if you type in Tech, so TECH, and then I think you have to put the word and. Like, my logo is the and sign, but I think it's the word and then just C, SEE. Then I should pop up. You could see my videos, or if you're on my Instagram, the link's in my bio. Actually, do that. Go to my Instagram, and the link is in my bio, where it's my link tree, and it literally will link you to every single thing that I have in existence. So, and I'm on TikTok, which is also under Tech and C.
Dope. All right, y'all, so make sure y'all tap in with Juuna'e. If you got any questions, if you're looking to get you a job that is flexible, tap in with her. She will help you on your journey. But before we head out, I got a couple updates. First things first, follow me on my Instagram at JAIGOTSOUL. Follow me there, and then follow my business pages at J Got Soul Studio. So it's spelled the same way as J Got Soul, but at Studio. And then follow me on my business page at Black Money Matters Act Like It. We've recently rebranded, and so we're making a lot of changes, and we just really want, you guys to see what's going on. I also have services on my page where you can book you a consultation. We could talk about your budgeting, discuss ways that you can start building your wealth, and get you on a path towards building your wealth. So tap into jgotsoul.com to book your free consultation. Check out our blog posts, Can Black Wall Street Be Resurrected, parts 1 and 2, as well as Little Africa Reboot, because we will be building the Black Wall Street of the digital age. So tap in with that. But as for updates, so August 12th, there will be our welcome back call car wash at Unipro Sarah High School. I am the JV girls head basketball coach, and we are doing a fundraiser to raise funds for our program. So we will be having a car wash on August 12th from 9 a.m. to 2:30. So come, support. If you want to get a car wash, we will wash you and get you going. If you just want to donate, you can reach out to me. Check me out on my socials, and you can DM me to donate to the cause. The Out of the Box podcast, as well as Up on Game, will be sponsoring this event. So come out and support, and we would love to see you there. I have created a mentorship group through the former girls basketball program, the former athletes of the girls basketball program. So this is the reason why we are taking this role with the community, and we're helping the next generation get to reaching their goals. All right, so let's do that. And then also my collaboration with Up on Game, we are doing a back to school drive as well on the same day, August 12th. So we are accepting supplies for backpacks. We will be giving out free backpacks at Normandy Recreation Park. We will be giving backpacks at Rosecrans Park, and we will also be giving free backpacks to the girls basketball program. So if you would like to donate any supplies, also DM me or reach out to me so that we can get that going. We will have a pickup date on Saturday from 3 to 6 at Rosecrans Park if you want to come and drop off any supplies or anything like that. So reach out to me for that, and support your young folks. Sponsor a student, sponsor an athlete. We are definitely about building up the next generation, because they are our future. All right, so this has been the Out of the Box podcast, season 3, episode 13. Thank you to those of you that had tuned in live. We appreciate you. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. Again, I want to extend a special thank you to our sponsors at Urban Financial Literacy. They are helping everyday people build, protect, and preserve their wealth. To learn more, visit urbanfinancialliteracy.com. Also, again, visit my website, jgotsoul.com. All right, we got a lot of stuff. We are helping folks budget with our Now Act Like It worksheet, so you can book your consultation so we can go through that. It is free. All right, so tap in with me on that so we can get you a practical budget. Check out my first ever intimate interview titled Unbroken on my YouTube page at jgotsoul. I have a lot of content, y'all, so just check me out. All right, we will be back in studio on August 5th. You never know who we're going to have in the studio next, so tune in. But until next week, we are out. Peace.